You say you want success. You say you want greatness. But let me ask you one question. Do you love the grind, or just the idea of winning? Because most people don't really want success. They want comfort, with a side of achievement. They want six-pack AB, without early mornings and sore muscles. They want to be rich, without building, failing, restarting. They want the results, not the work. That's the lie we tell ourselves. I'm just not motivated today. But here's the truth. It's not about motivation. It's about muscle, mental muscle, the ability to do hard things, even when you don't feel like it. That's what separates winners from wishers. The world is full of people who have dreams, but it only rewards the ones who have discipline, the ones who can show up, tired, scared, frustrated, and still execute. So the real question is this. Can you train your mind to love hard work? Can you rewire your brain to crave the grind, instead of avoiding it? Because once you do that, you become unstoppable. Not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. Part 1. Why your brain rejects effort. Let's talk about the enemy. Not outside, inside your brain. It's not lazy, it's efficient, and evolution trained it to avoid pain, discomfort, and unnecessary effort because, in the wild, wasting energy could kill you. So your mind built a system: comfort equals safe, fort equals threaten. Now, in the modern world, that system backfires because hard work isn't dangerous anymore. It's necessary, but your brain still resists it. When you sit to study, when you start to exercise, when you open that business plan, your brain whispers, let's do it later. And if you follow that voice long enough, you build a habit of quitting before you start. Here's the kicker. Every time you avoid discomfort, you strengthen that neural pathway. Avoidance becomes your default. Procrastination becomes your identity. But here's the power you forgot you had. Neuroplasticity. The brain can change. It can adapt. And it can learn to associate effort with reward. If you train it, you can make your mind crave challenge. But it starts with understanding how dopamine works. Dopamine isn't about pleasure. It's about pursuit. It's the motivation chemical. And it spikes when you chase something meaningful. So instead of waiting to feel ready, you need to start small, train micro-discipline. A word, the effort, not the outcome. Repeat it consistently. Build the identity of someone who does hard things. This isn't just self-help talk. It's neuroscience. And once you understand it, you're in control. Part 2. The daily grind. Rewiring your mental circuit. If you want to love hard work, you need to make it a habit, not a once-a-week decision. A daily ritual. You don't build mental strength in comfort. You build it in repetition. Start by introducing controlled discomfort. Every day, do one thing that feels hard on purpose. Wake up without snoozing. Take a cold shower. Read for 30 minutes, with no distractions. Say no to instant pleasure. Sit in silence without grabbing your phone. Each time you do this, you send a signal to your brain. I'm in charge now. And that signal becomes a circuit, a mental wire that says effort is normal. But habits alone aren't enough. You also need a mindset shift. Start looking at effort as proof of growth. When something feels hard, smile. Because now you know. This is where the transformation happens. Most people avoid hard things because they confuse struggle with failure. But what if struggle is the sign you're on the right path? Think about it. Muscles grow under resistance. Skills sharpen under repetition. Wisdom forms through mistakes. It's hard. It probably matters. Gym hurts, but it builds you. Waking early stings, but it disciplines you. Studying is exhausting, but it expands you. Hard is the filter. It separates the talkers from the doers. So don't just tolerate the grind. Train your mind to respect it. Here's your mental mantra. The harder it gets, the stronger I become. Say it when you want to quit. Say it when no one's watching. Say it when you're tired, unsure, or overwhelmed. Because those are the moments that define you. Not the wins, but the work. Part 3. Real-life proof. Stories of resilience. Let's make this real, because this isn't just theory, it's lived experience. Take David Goggins, a man who went from 300 pounds and spraying 4 cockroaches, to Navy SEAL, ultra-athlete, and best-selling author. He didn't do it with motivation, he did it with mindset. He embraced suffering. He learned to love the pain. Every day he told himself, stay hard, and he meant it. Or take J.K. Rowling, rejected by 12 publishers. Single mother, living on benefits, still wrote Harry Potter by hand in cafes because she believed in her story. Not despite the struggle, but because of it. And what about Thomas Edison? Failed over 1,000 times to invent the light bulb, but when asked about it, he said, I didn't fail. I found 1,000 ways that didn't work. That's not a quote, that's a mindset. All these people have one thing in common. They faced the resistance and kept going, not because they had superpowers, but because they trained their minds to do hard things. And you can too. Start with your own story, your own setbacks, your own pain. Use it, turn it into fuel. because pain is a powerful teacher. And resilience isn't something you're born with. It's built one decision at a time, one habit at a time, one failure at a time. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need a strong reason, a powerful why. When your why is strong, the how gets easier, and you stop negotiating with excuses. Part 4. Your daily system. The framework for mental toughness. Let's build your system because motivation fades, but a strong system that stays. Here's a 3-step framework to develop your mental toughness day by day. Anchor your morning. Start your day with discipline. Wake up at the same time. No snooze, no excuses. Do one hard thing before 8 a.m., whether it's working out, journaling, or reading. You start strong. You stay strong. Track the grind at the end of each day. Write down one thing you did that required effort. It doesn't have to be big. What matters is that you showed up when you didn't feel like it. That builds identity. I'm the type of person who does hard things. Reward the right way. Don't indulge first. Work first, then reward. And let the reward be meaningful, not mindless scrolling. It could be time with a friend, a walk in nature, or a favorite meal. Let your brain associate pleasure with effort completed. Consistency beats intensity. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Build discipline through systems, not willpower, because you can't always feel inspired, but you can always follow the system. Part 5. Becoming unbreakably. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more time. You just need to make a decision. A decision to stop running from discomfort and start leaning into it. Hard work doesn't break you. Avoiding it does. Every time you choose the harder path, you build something inside yourself, something no one can take. Call it grit. Call it discipline. Call it resilience, but it's yours, and it makes you unbreakable. You won't always be the smartest. Could always be the most talented. But if you're the one who never quits, you win. Eventually you win, so stop negotiating with your weakness. Train your mind. Embrace the grind and become the person you were always meant to be.